Let's talk about the leap from college to a new corporate job because for me, that was the hardest transition in my life. Harder than having a baby, harder than any other like transitional period I've had in my life. The work itself, I knew what to expect. I had lots of internships, so I like knew what I was getting into, but the lifestyle change was something totally different. I also moved from Alaska to Hawaii where I didn't know anybody. I had to get my own apartment. I had to get a car, like all these things before I even got my first paycheck. I was a broke college kid. I was making good money once I actually got a paycheck, but that first couple of months was really, really hard. I was still going out and drinking like I was in college and having to wake up and go to work at 6 a.m. It was hard for me to make that transition, harder than even when I had a baby. Looking back with what I know now, I would have done a lot of things differently had I known. What I do now that allowed me to quit that job is I work social media full time and been able to monetize off of that. I would have learned to do that sooner to help me make that transition. Even if I kept that job, it would have helped me transition smoother. Read a lot more books. Once I really started getting into books and learning from them, my whole perspective changed. And I also wish I would have had higher standards for myself. I was very good at my job, very confident in what I was doing, but I should have asked for more with everything. And of course, I was like a young 20-something-year-old girl in a very male-dominated field, which that's a whole nother story, not an excuse, but there's a lot of things that I could have done a little bit differently too.